Good morning. My name is Jason Powell. We're here at Petals from the Past today. We're going to do a demonstration on the proper planting technique for an old garden rose. Today we're working at the base of a post and we're going to plant an old garden noisette called Lamarck. This is a wonderful old-fashioned rose introduced in 1830. It blooms spring, it blooms summer, it blooms fall. We grow them here in 1-gallon containers, so it's about a 6-inch depth pot by about 6 inches across. When you lift that rose out of the container and getting ready to plant it, one of the things that we like to do is we never want this rose to be planted any deeper than it's currently growing. So we dig the hole, as I have dug here already, so that it's no deeper. In fact, I like for the top of the root system to be a little higher than the soil around it. But do you notice how wide it is? I like to dig the hole twice as wide, but again, no deeper than it's currently growing. And so what we're going to do here is put the soil that I've dug out of the hole right here. Once I've got the hole prepared, again wider but not any deeper, I want to mix in a good organic amendment. You can use compost that you've made. My favorite is black cow composted manure when I'm planting roses. And I like to use a 1-to-1 ratio. So if I've got 4 shovelfuls of soil that came out of the hole, I'm going to use 4 shovelfuls of composted manure. You can't burn with this stuff. That's the best part, and it's going to improve the soil around it. So I'll take my compost, I'll mix it in with my existing soil, get any rocks or old roots or any debris out of there, and then I'll take it and plant it, put it in, around the rose. Now, one thing I wanted to mention was, look at the proximity. If you're planting a climbing rose, whether it's around a post or around a wall, we want it to be within about 12 inches of the post itself. So we're planting this guy, and we've got about a foot away from the actual structure that it's going to be climbing around. That noise in the background is my wife. She's getting to work about 10:30, which is normal time. And there's Toby coming by as well. Now, we put the soil mix and compost in around this rose, and when it's about halfway full, I like to tamp it down with my fingers. I like to push that loose soil around, and then I'll take my water, and this is going to help me settle out those air pockets. So I'll let that drain in, and then I can take the rest of my soil and compost mixed in, and I'll push that in and around the rose. I'll keep my label and settle that in. And then, again, pushing in around that root system with my fingers is going to help settle that soil and compost into place. And then we'll smooth that out. Once I've got all the soil and the compost back into place, whether it's a rose or perennial or herb, we like to use a good 1 to 2 inch layer of pine bark mulch. You can use pine straw if you like, but at least having a 1 to 2 inch layer of mulch around the base of that plant makes it look more attractive, and it helps keep the weeds down, keeps the moisture in. And then don't forget to water that plant in very, very deeply after you've planted it. And for the first 2 to 3 weeks after we've planted an old garden rose like this, we're going to water deeply at least once per week to make sure that we're settling it in. And that's about everything on technique on planting these old garden roses. We'll see you on the next video.